Hello everybody and welcome to Karen's Stamp Pad. My name is Karen Scott and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Edmonton, Alberta. So welcome today. I want to take the time to share with you a fun and easy pop-up card. And who says the wow factor can't be on the inside instead of the outside? So here's one that I've done. And I didn't spend an awful lot of time decorating the outside as of yet. I will go back and I will do a little bit more, but just put that on there just to give you an idea. And then you open it up and you have a 3D pop-up card. So you'll see the fold. And it's so easy, and when you look at it, you know, it's going to stand up and have that 3D effect. So that's what you're going to see. All right, so let's put that aside. And then I have gone ahead and done some pre-cutting. This is another one that I did. And this is the one I'm going to work on today. So I've done some cutting and coloring. And but first, let me show you how to cut and score your card base. So I'm bringing in my paper trimmer. And I'm going to start with real red cardstock. And of course, it's 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. So I'm going to have 2 pieces. Okay, I'm going to use this piece, score it at 5 1/2. Okay, and we're just going to set that aside in my bone folder and score it. So you're really going to want to burnish your edges to hold the card base down, because it is going to be a bit of a thicker card. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with our basic white, except this time I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. And I'm going to turn it a long way, and I'm going to cut it at 10 3/4. So I'm just taking 1/4 inch off both sides. So that's going to make our scoring just a little bit trickier, but that's okay. So let's see if I remember this. So, so we are going to go to 4, and now we're going to do this by 8s. We want 1, 2, 4 3/8. So it's the line, 2 lines before the 1/2 inch, before 4 1/2. So 4 3/8. We're going to score that. We're going to go 5 3/8. And then 6 3/8. Okay, so you should be able to score it right in half. Okay, and it should be, and just go over your score lines. Now, what I did, I'm going to put this away. So what I did was I scored those lines, and then I ran it through an embossing folder just to give it some texture. So if you have a wintry embossing folder, that's great. So I went ahead and I already did that. So now we have to put our card together. Okay, so if you flatten this out, we're going to center it. Okay, giving us that 1/4 inch border all the way around. So just remember not to put your adhesive on in the center where it needs to come up and pop up. Now, I went ahead and used my Stampin' seal, and that held it down pretty good. If you prefer to use liquid glue so that you get the wiggle room, then you go ahead. I'd suggest I just find if I can line this up before I push it down, I'm doing okay. And if I have to pull it up, it's easier to do it with the double-sided adhesive than it is with the glue, liquid glue. So it depends. See? Okay. All right, there we go. Just a little fiddly. Okay, and so when you close it, then it closes with that in there. All right, now for decorating. So I've gone ahead and I have colored some gnomes from the Kindest Gnome stamp set. Use the dies to cut it out, and a mushroom or toadstool, and then from the All Bundled Up, I used the moose. So I also, which I forgot, is I have another piece of, let's see, sorry, cardstock that I have embossed to make it look like snow, and I'm going to use that as well, and just to add another layer to give it more of a 3D effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start adhering some of this. The hardest part of this, because this is, like I said, so easy, the hardest part is actually just coloring and picking out what it is that you'd like to put on your card. And that, of course, is not hard at all. That's the fun part. All right. Okay, now let's see which guy. I'm gonna have this guy sit right down here in front of his house. Okay. I ripped a little piece off here, I guess, so it's frayed. Cut that off. All right. And then I'm going to put my guys down here. I also have some birds. And I had cut out the birds are from the Designer Series paper I've cut out. And then I've got a deer. Now I think if I put the deer in with the moose, it might get a little crowded. But it is an option if you like. It depends on how busy you want your scene. So I'm going to go ahead and put just on the bottom, on his feet, and what I did with this is, let's see, get the right side. I just torn a piece off to make it look like snow. You don't want it too big, and then you don't want it too short. And that is too high. So let's try it one more time. I don't want them covering all of my gnomes, so all right. This guy I'm going to put here. Put a little bit of snow there. Okay, so I'm going to adhere that down, and I'm going to leave my gnome standing on it, and one behind it. Yeah. Okay. There we have that. And my little birdies. So I'm going to have one just up here on the moose's antlers, and one down here by my gnome's feet. Okay, so we have that. Now I had thought originally, and I did cut one. I think I got rid of it, but from the layering diorama, oh, here it is, I cut a piece of glimmer paper, and I was going to put it down as sort of a skating rink for that. That's an option, but then I chose not to. I thought we'll just go with this scene right here. And what I'm going to do is, maybe I'm going to put, you know, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the little deer down there, and I'm going to put a sentiment. Now that I've embossed it, I can't stamp right on it, so I am going to I've got a sentiment, right, a die cut piece for my sentiment, and seeing as this guy has a little lantern, let's put all is merry and bright. Everything looks okay. So all is merry and bright is from the Brightest Glow. Stamp that. Okay, bring in my real red. It has seen better days, but it still works, so. Yeah. Not perfectly straight, but that's okay. I'll put it at an angle then. Okay. So I think what I might do is die cut another red piece and put it underneath. But here we have our finished inside. So I went ahead and cut out a piece of designer series paper. And this, I believe, is from the Sweetest Candy Canes. Get my runner running here. Now I got adhesive on my fingers. Spread it around. All right, line that up. And this is where you see how it pops up. But that's okay, because then when they open it up, it is going to sit up like that. And so we've got our sentiment on the inside. We want something on the outside to decorate it. And I think what I might do is just something like this for the outside and put a candy cane on it with another little sentiment just that says Merry Christmas, right? Merry Christmas, all is merry and bright, and then we have a finished card. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, but I wanted to show you how to just do, like I said, quick and easy pop-up card. And so that's it for me today. What did I do with the other one? I was going to pull it back in, but I have, there it is. And so the dimensions on the other fold is a little bit different, but this one I did with the Santa's Express designer series paper, and cut those out. So there you have two versions of a very simple pop-up card. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you have any questions or need any help, give me an email. Send me an email at karenstamppad@gmail.com. And if you are interested in purchasing any products and don't have a current demonstrator, please go to karenstamppad.stampinup.net, and there you can purchase whatever it is that you'd like. And please use October host code. It is YMXEVDXR. And so until next week, I hope you have a fabulous week, and I'll see you back here at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Bye for now.